Something fun, something positive, and it's all for you. My shower idea, ba-da-da, ba-da-da.
Oh. Welcome to my shower idea.
It was the Wednesday.
It is February, and you know what that means.
Valentine's Day!
Woo! Or as a guy at my school has been calling it, Singles Awareness Day.
Which is so stupid, by the way.
Anyway.
Okay, this is why. Because no matter who you are, you have somebody to express love towards. Whether it's friends, family, a dog, a cat. You have somebody to express love to.
And you should.
Yes. And whether it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a husband or a wife. It doesn't matter. Just express love to somebody. Anyway. Whew.
But we thought it would be handy to talk about love languages today. And that'll kind of help you figure out how to love somebody.
One of the love languages, or there's 5 of them,
Which were invented by Gary Chapman, I think, is his name, just to give credit where credit is due. It's a book.
It's a book?
It's a book. You can buy the book, The 5 Love Languages.
Okay. So one of them is physical touch, like hugs or snuggling, makes you feel loved inside.
And one of them is quality time, which means just being here with somebody, you're like, this is great, because I'm spending time with them. We don't even have to say anything, because I'm just spending time with them, and this is great.
And then the third is words of affirmation, which is words of encouragement, like if somebody says that your hair looks nice today, or if somebody compliments you on like your handwriting or something like that. Something encouraging you through words.
And the 4th one is acts of service, which means when somebody does something for you, I keep hitting my head on the thing. If somebody does something for you, then you're like, man, that makes me feel really loved. Even look, that's an act of service.
Oh, hey, wonderful.
What?
Who is that?
It's from The Lion King 2.
Oh. Who cares about number 2?
Right. And lastly,
gifts. Like when somebody gives you something and it, basically just when someone gives you something and it makes you all feel warm. Right? So we're gonna share our love languages. And just gonna start first.
I think my main love language, because everybody has a little bit of all of them, but my main one is quality time. Because I don't really have to say anything to anybody, and they don't have to touch me, they don't have to do anything for me. Just being there means a lot to me. Another one?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, you generally have to. I think my other one is words of affirmation, because I don't know.
Because you don't know.
I don't know. What are your love languages?
Mine would be physical touch. I like hugs and I like to snuggle. And then another one of mine would probably be gifts. That's one thing that's kind of hard for me, is because, like, if I say that, it makes me feel like I'm being selfish. Like I always, like, need something to make me feel like somebody loves me. Like, not really sure how to say that. But one thing that Tessa pointed out is that it's not that you're being selfish, it's that you think of it, like, especially for me, when somebody gives me something, takes the time to give me something, it makes me feel like, oh, they thought of me on a random occasion. You know, they were thinking of me, and something made them think of me. And so, yeah.
Are we going to talk about what...
So, we're also going to talk about different examples for each. So we could each share for our love language, and then we'll finish up for the last one.
Okay.
So you can go first.
Well, quality time is pretty straightforward. But for example, if you want to love a stranger, just sit down next to them. Like at church or something.
Be careful.
Yeah, like at church or something.
Oh,
If you
okay.
see somebody sitting alone, just sit by them. Be like, hey, can I sit here? And they'll be like, whoa, somebody wanted to sit next to me?
Okay, and then what was your other one?
Words of affirmation. Just say something nice about them. Like the other day, it wasn't even a compliment, but it kind of felt like a compliment. I was sitting next to a girl, and she was listening to music, and she wasn't sad or anything. She was just listening to music with a straight face. And this guy turns around and goes, why aren't you smiling? You're sitting next to Tessa. You have to smile because of that. So that was kind of nice. It was like an indirect compliment. And it wasn't even like, I like your hair, I like your shoes, I like just saying something nice and affirming about me. So, do that with somebody.
Okay, for gifts, especially like on Valentine's Day, people tend to give like boxes of chocolate or teddy bears or cards or anything like that. That's fine, but for me, what's cool is like when somebody just gives me like, I love getting big presents. Christmas is my favorite. But like just a little something, like my mom gives me these little tins with normally like a bracelet or a necklace inside. And just a little something that says, here, I thought of you and this is something special for you. And it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be extravagant, you know, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It can be something from the dollar store. You know, it could be a card, it could be a fake rose. You know, it could just be something small and significant. And you might not realize it, but it could make someone else's day, you know. And physical touch. Give somebody a hug. But be careful again. Just don't go up to a random stranger on the street and give them a hug.
And lastly, acts of service. They could be small or they could be big, but all the small ones are big. That was a word of affirmation, even though it was not a word. It was just noises.
Acts of service can be something like like as simple as making the bed for somebody, or making breakfast for somebody.
Or if it's their turn to do the dishes and they're having just a hard day with a lot of busyness, do them for them.
I leave little notes for my mom, whether it's like a sticky note on the computer or like a little note card on her pillow. Yeah. So share love with somebody this Valentine's Day.
And we love you and happy Valentine's Day. Test, test, test.
Okay, let's see how long. We should just let it roll and see what happens. Bloopers.
What?